everyone, and welcome to another super episode of The Dish. I'm Medina Shehi, otherwise known as the Astounding Prism, and we have such a good show for you tonight. We've got correspondents dressed as superheroes. I mean, actual superheroes sharing some pop culture news with us tonight. We totally didn't just enter a correspondent's name on some online superhero name generator. Not at all. So let's get started with some of our top stories. Adele won big at the Grammys, but decided to "I'ma let you finish" herself and dedicate her speech to Beyonce to show how committed she was to Bey. She literally broke off part of her Grammy and gave it to Beyonce. Forget Taylor Swift and her boring squad. This is and will always be the greatest friendship in the music industry. Remember last week when I told you I saw the Lego Batman movie and it was really good? Well, I lied, and I hadn't actually seen it yet. Now that I've seen it for real, I can tell you that it fell apart in the second act and was therefore just okay. I know, I'm bummed too. A new Star Wars novel finally reveals the fate of Jar Jar Binks, and it's just as pathetic as everyone had hoped for. He became a lowly street clown after being banished by his homeland for, I don't know, being annoying, I guess? Whatever. Now that we know that things end badly for Jar Jar, we can stop complaining about him, right? Me so hope so. The Great Wall, starring Matt Damon as a white dude saving ancient China, bombed at the box office. Between this movie's failure and the success of Hidden Figures, maybe we can stop pretending that whitewashing movies is about marketing and not flat-out racism. You can applaud, by the way. Give me some applause, please. Walt Disney Pictures has released a clip of Emma Watson singing the opening number Belle for Beauty and the Beast this past week, and fans all over could not be more excited. This just goes to show that though your week may be looking filled with midterms dread, a little bit of your childhood is still alive and thriving. Speaking of exciting news, Disney remakes, it was announced that Donald Glover will be voicing Simba in the new Lion King adaptation. I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to hear Simba rap all about the loss of his father and his feelings for Nala. Maybe Simba will be the next Alexander Hamilton? Who knows? Matthew McConaughey said it's time for America to get together and accept Trump as president. Thanks so much, Matt, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a lot easier to accept Trump's presidency when you're a super rich, hot, straight white dude with literally zero problems in his life and no reason to worry ever. In closing, Matthew McConaughey sucks now, so does Matt Damon. White men are the worst and they always will be. That's it for our top stories this evening. Oh, hey, what is that? Is it a bird, a plane? Nah, just our commercial break. We'll be right back with our other super episode of The Dish after this.
Hi, I'm Aaron Kinnigsburg, host of EIV's The Dish. Tune in every Friday for your chance to see what kind of bow tie I pulled out of my closet today.
Maggie, did you pick up the scripts yet?
No, that was your job.
Maggie, oh my God, I do it every week.
No,
I told you this is the one
but we
week I
talked
didn't
about
want
this.
responsibility.
Okay, I need to pick my wedgie.
Oh my God, look, they got us slushies. Brave freeze. Oh my God, we're here.
He's queer.
Now get used to it. Come on, give me my mic. Mic me.
Okay, so.
Hi, I'm Christian Mudrick.
And I'm Maggie Morlap
And you're watching Real Reactions.
on the Emerson Channel.
Welcome back to this super-powered episode of The Dish. I'm going to walk into the common and see if there are any cats that may need saving from trees, or maybe evil squirrels who have stolen sandwiches from innocent pedestrians. Either way, I'm on it. We're going to throw it over to our TV correspondent, Lexi, aka The Mirror Shadow. Ooh, mysterious.
Thanks, Medina. Wait, I mean prison. Why are these names so related to objects? I need to know these origin stories. Anyway, let's talk about TV on TV. Beyonce isn't the only queen slaying this season. The 9th season of RuPaul's Drag Race premieres later this year, meaning yes, Drag Race has more seasons than Betsy DeVos has Facebook friends. Although the official premiere date is still yet to be announced, Logo has confirmed that iconic LGBTQ ally and the woman who redefined stage jumping, Lady Gaga, will appear. Whether she'll be descending from the rooftop in a blaze of glory is still in question, but sources suggest she will be carried in on the shoulders of the entire Patriots team, who credit their miraculous turnaround to her velvet pipes at halftime. We may not have seen him actually play this season, but with any luck, we may soon be seeing Gronkowski in drag. When it comes to philosophy, looks like Patriots owner Robert Kraft is taking a page out of Taylor Swift's book. In his words, "The haters still hate." This past Tuesday, HBO aired a Real Sports profile on the billionaire who didn't mince words when it came to Deflategate believers. He also claimed that envy and jealousy are incurable diseases, apparently adding a medical degree to his list of accomplishments. Unfortunately, the special had to be cut short due to the unbearable shine of Kraft's 5 Lombardi trophies, literally blinding every Falcons fan on the crew. Word on their conditions is yet to be released. We can only hope Dr. Kraft is on the case. Your favorite self-described parrot actuary is back on HBO. John Oliver made his return just a few weekends ago, almost giddy at the prospect of getting back on the cable horse after taking off what may have been the most interesting 3 months in recent American political history. His 3rd season ended 5 days after the election, which is basically the equivalent of ordering a pizza, waiting patiently for it to arrive, finally opening the box, smelling that hot, cheesy goodness, then packing up and leaving. Think again, I think we've all been there. Oh yes, Mom, don't think I forgot about Ashley Noonan's 8th birthday party. They ordered buffalo chicken pizza, Mom, buffalo chicken pizza. And with that, we wish Oliver the best in his new season. And guys, the dynamic duo is back, baby. No, not Nat and Alex Wolff. No, not Chad Kroger and Avril Lavigne either. Stephen King and J.J. Abrams will be teaming up again in the near future to produce a television series called Castle Rock, after the fictional Maine town in which many of King's stories are set. The last piece the two worked on together was a lighthearted romp, 11/22/63, revolving around JFK's assassination, so the anthology of stories is bound to raise spirits in these dark times. Cornerstones of King's legacy, such as Pennywise, the child-killing clown, and Shawshank State Prison, the home of Morgan Freeman's 3rd unsuccessful Best Actor nomination, will also appear in the drama. Better round up the kids and some popcorn for some family bonding times. And here, you thought your workload was insane? Shonda Rhimes will soon be unveiling a new drama pilot following the hectic professional and personal lives of New York Federal Court's most high-profile fictional lawyers. This will mark Rhimes' 6th ABC drama on the air, with Grey's Anatomy officially starting puberty with its 13th year on the air. However, the real question is, how are we possibly going to survive Thursday nights? Can we convince Emerson to shut down all Thursday classes so there's time to heat up 6 hours worth of pizza rolls and buy out CVS tissue supply? I mean, 6 hours of show? That's a full school day for 9th graders. Although, dare say, we'll still be getting better sex ed than those 9th graders. Teach on, Shonda. Santa Clarita Diet was just released the other week on Netflix, and let me tell you, this show is as dead as Drew Barrymore. Warning, there are going to be some spoilers in this review, but at the same time, how many of you guys are really going to watch the show? The show starts off with her and her husband as real estate agents trying to sell a house, when out of nowhere she pukes in front of her clients, passes out, and literally dies. But just like every other zombie show, she comes back to life, except now she's hungry for raw meat. Totally not predictable at all. Every doctor turns her way, but have no fear because a nerdy high school boy comes to the rescue, telling her that according to his comic books, she's in fact a zombie, of course. Instead of a rational or emotional response from her family, they decide to stick by her side and team up to kill people for her meals. Yes, a family hunting spree for human flesh, way cooler than family game nights. This show's attempt to be humorous is quite apparent when they put the zombie and her family's house in between 2 paranoid cops' houses, who seem to always be in their business. Since Drew Barrymore is now in line with the id complex, it's all about eating and desire the entire show. She chews her way through people in her town, while her husband ultimately gets blamed for her actions by the cops. Shocking, things get even weirder when cops eventually blackmail the family into killing more people. I can honestly say I didn't see that coming, but I'm not surprised considering the show's lack of organization. Hey, back to you, Prism.
Thanks, Shadow. I don't think I'll be starting that diet anytime soon. Anyway, here for a roundtable this episode, please welcome the awesome Scorpion and the Silk Lad. So, a very important topic that's been throughout all of Hollywood, superheroes. So what is the best superhero movie of all time?
I'd have to go Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. It's got your Batman, it's got your Jokers, it's got your punch 'em ups, get a little crying in there.
It's got your masks of phantasms.
Yeah, there's also a Phantasm.
Yeah.
And some strong feminist messages as well. So Batman: Mask of the Phantasm.
I, on the other hand, go with Iron Man. It was the first in the Marvel, cinematic universe, and it created an entire genre that had been tried to start for so many years and failed so many times. Bat nipples, bat nipples, bat nipples.
Yes. No bat nipples in Mask of the Phantasm. I just want to say.
No bat
I'm just
nipples
saying.
in the Lego Batman movie, which I disagree with the review of. I thought was fantastic.
Bailey, that wasn't the question I asked.
I know, I just had to wedge that in there. Second best Lego Batman.
Well, I don't really watch that much superhero movies, but one of the only ones that I watched was Suicide Squad, and I know a lot of people don't love it, but I do love makeup, and it is nominated for one of the best makeup ones, so I guess that could be a good thing about it. All right, next one, Marvel versus DC.
Let's see. Marvel has a bit more of the grown-up storylines, but when I'm looking at superheroes, I like them, punching up bad guys, stealing, getting back the little bag with the money sign on it that they took from the bank. So I'll go DC.
I'm going to say Marvel, just because the stories Marvel has been telling, at least recently and for quite some time, have been very human and complex stories. They much more efficiently navigate their characters' humanity than I think DC does a lot. DC tells a great, superhero story, but they've spent the last 20 years butchering who Clark Kent is.
Yeah, they really keep hitting the reset button, and their movies have also been poor, but they got Batman.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a big Batman fan.
Yeah.
So how long do you think these superhero movies will go? Do you think there's never an end?
As long as they keep printing money, I mean.
It's the space opera, it's the Western, it's just the big genre boom right now, and yes, eventually it'll burst, just like very rarely are Westerns made anymore, or a good space opera, save for Star Wars, an exception, not the rule.
They didn't sing enough in Rogue One, I thought. Nobody's belting out some tunes about the Death Star.
You want another Golden Girls?
When Darth Vader came out of all that steam, I thought he'd go, "The Death Star." James Earl Jones would treat us to some tunes, but I was disappointed.
I think there will be no end to superhero movies because
no end
I'm not
forever.
a big fan of them, but it's entertaining to watch, and it's something I see. There's so many people who are so in love with it that it makes them so happy, and it's like a family type of event. Anyone, any age can enjoy it, so I think it will never come to an end.
90% of my waking moments are thinking about superheroes and superhero movies.
Oh my.
All right, so why no Black Widow movie? What do you guys think about that?
As you said earlier, you hate Scarlett Johansson. You missed out on she hates Scarlett
Let's not throw around slander right now.
You know?
I don't know. I'm gonna err on the side of inherent sexism in
Yeah.
the movie industry.
That's
I
a
don't
pretty
have a better answer. There are great Black Widow stories in the comics. There's so much that can be done with that character that just isn't. And there are, a million reasons you can throw around. There are a million reasons you could throw around for the ancient one in Doctor Strange being Celtic instead of a Tibetan character. But at the end of the day, there is still some level of this inherent bias against women and minorities in Hollywood.
Not being too familiar with the Black Widow character, I would also have to assume sexism, but Marvel also focuses on a fun for the family type of tone, and international espionage and assassination doesn't really scream kid stuff. So that might also factor in.
Yeah. All right, which superhero do you most identify with?
Jeez.
I've been thinking about this one. This is
You've been thinking about that one.
Your whole life.
Well,
yes.
Batman has a bit more of a savings account than me. Superman can lift slightly more. So, geez, who do I identify the most as? Oh, Matter Eater Lad. Little known tyke.
But I know.
Yeah, he eats anything. He can eat if there's a fence in the way, he'll just eat the fence.
Some might say it
eats
becomes
matter.
a hidden fence, hidden fences, if you will.
See, you tie it back. That's why we pay you the big bucks.
Iron Man, because he uses his arrogance and self-absorption to mask a constant anxiety attack, and if that's not Bailey Olmsted, then nothing is.
Oh my goodness.
I would say Wonder Woman because I think out of all the female characters, I think she has the most independence. I feel like a lot of them, we know them, but we see them with their male counterpart. You know what I mean? And I feel like she's one of them that's very independent, and I find that amazing about her. So yeah,
There's
Lego
a reason
Batman.
she's been around for so long.
Yeah, true. All right, Lego Batman. Who was your favorite? Did it pass the Bechdel test?
It did not pass the Bechdel
Did not pass
test.
the
No.
Well,
Wait, have you seen it yet?
that test needs context.
Yes. There was only one prominent female character. Mariah Carey did have a pretty great cameo, though.
Yeah, I've heard good things about her turn as the mayor. But I liked Zach Galifianakis as the Joker. I thought he did very well.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I loved the movie. I said this in the beginning of the segment. I really loved this movie. I had unrealistically high expectations, and they were met. I
were
am
very
also
excited.
a child, so
A little bit.
I mean, again, my review goes with context. I loved it. I thought it was just as good as the Lego movie, and I can't wait to see what comes next from the Lego Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, Lego Superman. Oh, the Ninjago.
Which I wasn't excited about.
I walked
until-
by the poster. I was like,
Yeah.
what? No.
But then I saw
stop.
the trailer. The trailer was really funny.
Is it? Oh my god.
Watch it, and you'll be like, I'm mad at how funny I find this.
Well, I think one of the biggest superheroes out there is Beyonce after the Grammys performance, but that's just me. Well, that's all we have for our roundtable today. For one, I'm pretty upset that there was no room in our budget for me to wear Beyonce's Grammy hero outfit. But I guess I'll complain to one of our producers during the commercial break. We'll be right back with The Dish.
Lauren, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready to host Good Morning Emerson, of course.
Good Morning Emerson? What's that?
It's the best morning show ever that's on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m.
Wow, how can I work on this?
Yeah, let's get going. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather.
Hello and welcome back to The Dish. The producers are super annoyed with my complaining to them, so let's hear some movie news with our superhero correspondent, the Silk Lad.
Really? The Silk Lad. Is that what it came up with? Whatever. I'll go with it. Amy Poehler and Will Ferrell will play a married couple who open an illegal casino basement in a suburban home to get back the money they lost for their daughter's college fund. In the film, The House. After watching the trailer, many Emerson students sent the link to their parents to give them some ideas. The Lego Batman movie hit first place at the box office on opening weekend. The movie follows Batman, voiced by Will Arnett, trying to save the city of Gotham from the takeover of the Joker, voiced by Zach Galifianakis. The success of the film should also bring good news to one of its actors, Mariah Carey, who voices the mayor of Gotham. Who knew Legos would help you out of your career flop of New Year's Rockin' Eve? Oh God, that happened. Mel Gibson is in talks with Warner Brothers to direct Suicide Squad 2. Gibson redeemed his directing career with the Oscar-nominated Hacksaw Ridge after a 10-year absence from directing for some reason. Besides Hacksaw Ridge, Gibson's last directorial credits are Apocalypto and The Passion of the Christ. Who knows what kind of wholesome image he can depict in the sequel. Disney announced they will bring back Force Friday, a campaign used on the Star Wars Force Awakens film, and now for The Last Jedi coming out in December. Disney will have an online sale at midnight on September 1st to sell collectibles, toys, books, and apparels. Because of the sales, now grown men living in their mother's basements and children from ages 7 to 10 can bond over Kylo Ren and lightsabers galore. A biopic and novel is in the works about New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. But don't get too excited just yet, because this won't be some magical telling of Brady's remarkable career, but will also have some controversies like Deflategate. So I guess Emerson students will have to prepare for the blue carpet parade in front of Lowe's when the film eventually hits the theaters. 50 Shades Darker, the sequel to 50 Shades of Grey and presumed prequel of 50 Shades Darkest, is the story of something. It had to be something. I swear there must have been characters and plot in there. Otherwise, why did I see it? Why use the few precious moments given to me to see a movie about two people having sex sometimes? The girl is Anastasia Steele. She has character traits. Again, I assume. She likes to not do what Christian Grey says. Oh, sorry. Christian Grey. Let's talk about Grey. So Grey's motivation is he likes to sexually dominate women who look like his mom. All right, let's stop talking about Christian. So Anastasia starts out the movie single, but about 10 minutes in decides to get back with Christian after he stalks her and purchases 6 giant portraits of her. She thinks it's sweet. So they plunge back into the dark and deviant sexual fantasies of the tormented Grey. And by that I mean they have a bunch of missionary sex with the lights off. That's right, the movie that's shocking the nation with its portrayal of sex in its most twisted form is actually about a man and a woman getting naked and bumping uglies like bashful Mormons. The one kinky thing they do is they play a game of Hungry Hungry Hippos with Anastasia's baby oven. That line brought to you by M-Chan Censors. I'd like to personally thank them for saving me from saying the phrase Christian Grey stuffed silver balls in Anastasia's vagina because of reasons. Oh, wait, whoops. The movie ends with Christian Grey dying in a helicopter crash. Oh, wait, he's alive? Fooled me, movie. You really did. You fooled me into watching a movie where literally nothing of worth happens. You fooled me into watching a movie that was blatantly designed to raise the dander of 2 drunk soccer moms and bachelorette parties that didn't want to spring for real strippers. You fooled me into debasing myself to your torment, like how Anastasia kind of got spanked like 3 times total before more missionary dark room sex. The movie ends with a guy being mad at Anastasia for not letting him grope her in his office and some fireworks. This cliffhanger means something to someone. Look, if you just bought some handcuffs on Amazon and you need to watch a movie to know what to do with them, I guess go and see it, but don't watch it sober, alone, or with family. And definitely don't hit up Lowe's when the cute ticket girl is working, and definitely don't be unlucky enough to be called to her register, and never, ever look into another human's eyes and request 1 adult ticket to 50 Shades Darker for 1 in the afternoon on a Saturday, because the look in their eyes will make you wonder if it was really deep down worth it. It wasn't. I give this movie 2 mornings of shame and regret out of 10. Back to you guys.
After that review, I'll be sure to shame watch 50 Shades once it's eventually uploaded onto Netflix. And now, on to our movie correspondent, the awesome Scorpion.
Thanks, Medina, or should I say the astounding Prism. I'm just happy that my name's cooler than Augie's. Now, you may remember way back in 2015 when Prince pulled all of his music off of streaming services except for Tidal because he didn't want anyone listening to it. Luckily for us, after his passing, Prince's estate sued Jay-Z's Rock Records, and it worked. Prince's music is now back on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, and Amazon. Great news for your parents, assuming you've already taught them to use Apple Music. In Katy Perry Doesn't Know Her Place news, Katy Perry doesn't know her place. The self-proclaimed queen of purposeful pop literally can't stop making jokes about Britney Spears' public breakdown back in 2007. Perry has mocked Spears on multiple radio shows, in an interview with Elle magazine, on Twitter, and now the Grammys red carpet. She made sure to inform multiple outlets that she is yet to have a public breakdown. Don't worry, folks. She wants you to rest assured that the moment the breakdown comes, she'll go straight for the head shave. Katie, let's make this clear. The year is 2017. Head shaving incident happened 10 years ago. Mental health issues aren't and never were funny, and you still don't have a Grammy. Leave Britney alone. Bruce Springsteen shocked the world last October by telling a BBC radio host that yes, once upon a time he wrote a song for the first Harry Potter film. The ballad I'll Stand By You Always didn't make it into the film and went largely unheard until now. The song has recently resurfaced as a SoundCloud part of a bootleg compilation. The song doesn't contain any direct references to Harry Potter, so Springsteen has said he hopes it someday can end up in another kid's movie. If all that wasn't weird enough, it's got a gospel hook at the end. Will 2017 end? If you, like everyone else that wasn't named Bailey Olmstead, went through a scene phase, I've got good news for you. All Time Low is back on the music scene, recently signing to label Fueled by Ramen, their forthcoming contract since their first album released 10 years ago. They've also dropped a new song, Dirty Laundry, ahead of a European tour next month. The song sounds exactly how you'd expect it to sound. Ramen, laundry, a trip to Europe. Reminds me of sophomore year at Emerson. 21 Pilots Heathens has officially tied to Walk the Moon, Shut Up and Dance With Me for most weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot Rock Songs chart at 27 weeks to add victory to victory. 21 Pilots topped the chart every week of 2016, except for when Prince's Purple Rain beat them out following his passing. To be fair, the chart has only existed since 2009 and constitutes hot isn't necessarily defined, but unfortunately for the band, this confirms their misfit outsider status is no longer true. 21 Pilots is mainstream. Well, my first instinct for this superhero episode was to talk about the Grammys Beyoncé snub. There is nothing I could tell you viewers that you hadn't already heard or hadn't already felt in that wonderful moment of sisterhood when Adele didn't even think she deserved the Grammy. So I deleted that Word document and started writing this one. And then didn't have enough self-control not to mention that a little bit. What I will instead talk about is everyone's favorite superhero, corporate sponsorship. Yes, thanks to the concrete orb-worshipping gods of Target, my two favorite pop artists of the moment, Lil Yachty and Carly Rae Jepsen, released their music video for their cover of It Takes Two. And you know what? It was a lot of goddamn fun. Carly Rae Jepsen, the singer behind the most underrated pop album of all time, has a new look which I absolutely adore. And Lil Yachty, the writer of the most fun mixtape of all time, was just having a lot of fun on that set. The pair, which I never would have thought to put together, had really good chemistry and seemed to be enjoying themselves throughout the video, which premiered at the 59th annual Tire Fire. I mean Grammys. It was a moment of bright light among such garbage as the Chainsmokers holding David Bowie's Grammy, How Dare You Stand Where He Stood, and again, Beyonce deserved the Grammy. Other moments of light included Chance the Rapper winning Best Rap Album, which Coloring Book 100% deserved. Beyonce wore her face on her pregnant belly, which was a highlight not only of the Grammys, but of my entire life, and David Bowie won all 5 Grammys he was nominated for, which was more than he had previously won while he was alive. Rest in peace, Starman. All right, they're giving me the symbol that I need to stop insanely ranting about the Grammys. My overall review is a 2016 out of 10. A lot of stupid, horrible things happened, but that does not negate the bright spots that got us through it. If anyone has Carly Rae Jepsen's number, tell her to call me. Tune in next week to find out if I'll ever stop being this extra. Spoiler alert, I won't.
Thanks, Scorpion. I don't have Carly Rae Jepsen's phone number, but if I manage to get my hands on it, you'll be the first one to know. And thank you, viewers, for joining us tonight for this very special, very super episode of The Dish. If you have nothing to do now, try watching the episode over and counting how many times we say the word super. I would advise you against having a drinking game while you count it. That's all we got here in Studio A for The Dish. I'm Medina the Astounding Prism Shehi. Have a good night, and thank you for watching.